Alright, today I'm going to be playing a deck that I've uh, been trying out recently, and I've had quite a bit of success with it. I started off making this deck by saying what if I had both cosmic zombies for Brainstorm? Because I wanted to make a Brainstorm deck. Someone was like, okay, well, what goes good with these two? Well, I thought of Quarterly Bonus. It's especially good on Cosmic Scientist, because it turns into a 4/2 bullseye that does a bonus attack, but it's also kind of good with Cosmic Dancer, just not as much. So then I sort of built the rest of the deck. I was like, okay, well, what else is good with quarterly bonus? Well, Kite Flyer is good. Con Man is good. I only have two, so I'm just using two. But it's been very good. It's a 1/3 and it has Bullseye, so just a lot of value with the quarterly bonus. And I needed more early game, so well, first of all, I added Bungee Plumber, just a good generic control card. I also added Unlife Egg. It's just a fun way to put more pressure in the early game. One thing I've noticed about this deck is pretty much every card is like a small threat. So they're gonna run out of their small removal, and then you can put your things on the board, especially your ones that benefit from the quarterly bonus, and they won't be able to remove it because they've already spent the removal. This deck is also running Overshoot Imp. It's just a way to get a bit of damage, again more early game pressure, and Aerobics Instructor, which is just another really powerful early game card that you can either play after they've played their small removal, or you can use to play to get them to drop their small removal. And last but not least, we have Flamenco Zombie, which is just another win condition finisher for the deck. Just get that little bit of extra damage in. It also works very well with the backup dancers. And one cool thing about Professor Brainstorm is that you always have a turn one play, pretty much. Is you can either draw cards or make a card with summoning. Anyways, the season reset happened recently, and this is actually the deck that I used to push back up to rank 30, as I just haven't played a whole lot with it. So we have a Grass Knuckles who was in Taco League, so kind of a strong opponent. We'll see what we can do here. I'm not gonna keep the Bungee Plumber. I don't think. I'm not really worried about what Grass Knuckles is gonna do. And just to sort of put that early game pressure on, I'm not gonna go for the telepathy. We're gonna go for the egg. Egg has just been a lot of fun, and I've been enjoying playing it. Sometimes it's another egg. Sometimes it's just a 1/1. Another egg is kind of fun. But I think this turn I'm just gonna go for the bullseye and the card draw. One good thing about this deck is between the cosmics and the kite flyers and the card draw abilities that you don't really run out of cards a whole lot. So our opponent is getting a Triceratops. So might have been good to, hold on to what's it called, Bungee Plumber. But we're in a pretty alright position. I think I'm going to go for the 2+1 play. Yeah, we'll start off with the card draw just to see what we get. And just going to be Beam Me Up. We can use this at a later point. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to have a brain left over to play Bungee Plumber this turn. And I think we're just gonna commit the egg here. It can chump block. It could potentially trade with the 3/3, but not exactly counting on it. I'm very glad I skipped here. Or passed. I guess it did draw a card, which buffed the Triceratops. Is this worth playing? I think it is. We gotta be wary of bonus attacks. So I'm thinking a gravestone in front of this could be good. The sad thing about these 3 attack minions is that they will kill any of these little overshoot guys we play in front of them. Still kind of looking for one of our win conditions. I'll put this here to trade with that. Prevent a bit of card draw, hopefully. And then we can save this if we draw a flamenco or something. So that's a bit concerning. They can play a huge card in the water lane. And we... Ooh. Ouch. Well, we are drawing a card. Hopefully we can get something good. It won't be enough to kill the Triceratops. Hopefully we can get close. This is really not looking good. Taco League players are no joke. So the question is, do I play this here or here? I think because they're going to be playing on top of this thing next turn, I'm just going to try and block the damage here. I mean, you have to hope that... Oh. Okay, we're... Yeah. Oh? Oh? Well, I think we have to do this because we can't ignore that, and then we still can't kill the Triceratops. So I think it's just GG. It's kind of a sad showing. I'm gonna play another game because this was not the deck's potential being shown. This was just hard to watch. We just didn't have an early answer for the Triceratops, and then that just completely allowed them to run away with the game. We got another Grass Knuckles. This one is the same level as us. And I don't think I'm going to keep on life here. I think I'm just reroll it for something else. And we're looking pretty decent. We do have quarterly bonus in hand, which should play very nicely with both of these. So with backup dancers, I'm just going to start by putting the pressure on and just see what the opponent does. They're going to be skipping turn 1, so we're just going to get our damage off. I'm going to play this on Heights to play around Rumble, and we'll see what we get. Okay, not bad, not bad. We're seeing another one of these. So, a little bit scary, but we still do get 1 damage off, which can end up being important. And I'm just going to put 2 kind of scary cards on the board and see what the opponent does with that. It does play I did really play into Rumble, didn't I? Right. Well, if they do have Rumble, they didn't play it. And they will be taking another damage from Conman because of the Captain Cucumber. See what we draw here. So, I think I'm going to go for the quarterly here. I mean, there's two lanes where I can hit it for face with Bullseye. The opponent has to clog both of them, really, and I don't think they will. Yep, and here we go. So we're just going to go face. The opponent's down to 4 health with no block meter. We also have Flamenco in hand. Ooh, Flamenco and a Bungee Plumber. I think the best play here is to block this lane. That's also 2 damage overshoot, which combined with Bungee Plumber will do the 4 damage that we need. Nothing too scary so far, and yep, we got guaranteed lethal. Much better showing of this deck. So we saw 2 very different games here against the same hero. I hope the second deck really showed off the potential. The second game, rather. I think I'll make a couple more videos with this deck because it's just kind of a lot of fun. You have a lot of cool moments and just like decision making points, and you know, Conjure's always fun. We didn't even see Eureka, or Summoning, which are like the 2 most fun powers. But yeah, I really think there's something here with this deck. Maybe not a taco league, but yeah. Thanks for watching.